welcome to the 2007 Newcastle Variety Bash, brought to you once more by the good folks at NRMA Insurance. Now, the good news for the farmers is there's been a lot of rain in the Central West in this last week, so that's going to mean for us some very interesting driving. My only advice would be, bashers, don't pack your toe straps too deep in the boot. You know what I'm saying? Very good. And now, something else new, and here's the man to tell us all about it on this event, is the introduction of Bash Bucks. Peter Hebbs, he's the chairman of motoring events for Variety. Very important. Mr. Hebbs, actually, while I see you here, why don't we ever see you on these party tapes?
It's funny you should ask that. It's in fact, I think, a lot to do with the fact that the director's guide dog doesn't like me very much.
Hello and welcome to Tea Time. Joining me for tea today is entertainer, actor and singer extraordinaire Maria Venuti. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you.
And all I've got to say to you is, I can picture you upon my knee. Tea for two and two for Glenty.
Thank you.
Darling, thanks for inviting me, gorgeous.
Thank you. Lovely to have you here. Also joining us today, psychologist, mother and footballer's wife, the lovely Rebecca Takiri. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely to have you here. Television producer, presenter and host of her own talk show, the lovely Susie Ellerman. Welcome, Susie.
Hello, Glenn.
Great to see you again. And last but by no means least, the star of We Will Rock You, leader of the pack and soon to open in Wicked. Please welcome Amanda Harrison.
Thank you very much.
Now, Leanne, here at Variety, we take our sports very, very seriously, as you know. And
yes.
we're going to be bringing you a whole series of spectacular sporting events throughout the week. But what have we got here today?
What we've got here today, Glenn, is coconut bowling. Now, I think that's a little bit discriminatory. I think you should be able to bowl, whatever race you want, but we're going to stick with the coconuts. And hopefully we're going to see someone actually bowl a coconut and try and bowl one of those Helen bottles down the end there.
It's a spectacular sport, and may I say, some of the hairiest balls I've seen in a lot of sports.
I have to correct you there, Glenn. That's something you wouldn't know being Australian. They're hairy nuts.
I beg your pardon, hairy nuts, yes. Lovely.
But this afternoon, our biggest challenge yet.
That's right, to get Variety into the Guinness Book of Records with the world's biggest water fight. We've got two teams, 1,200 people, all waiting for the starter's whistle. Ouch, not me! I'm truly honoured to be making this presentation this evening because tonight I will have the opportunity of sharing this stage, be it ever so briefly, with one of my heroes. When one speaks about the theatre in Australia for the past 20 years, chances are this man's name will enter the conversation. His work certainly will. His revival production of The King and I opened in Australia in the early 90s. He then took the brave move to open it on Broadway. The year was 1996, and The King and I won 4 Tony Awards. He's brought us to the Australian stage such classics as Annie, Big River, Grease, South Pacific, Women Behind Bars, Crazy for You, Hello Dolly, An Ideal Husband, Cabaret, and of course, The Producers. He's taught us how to succeed in business without really trying. He's introduced us to Jerry's Girls. He took us for a stroll through the secret garden, and he welcomed us into Smokey Joe's Cafe. He thrilled our senses with the sound of music. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of this year's Achievement in Theatre Award, Mr. John Frost.
All going well.
Once we get the postie out of the ditch,
The bash will be heading up 90 Mile Beach tomorrow. Oh.